Hey, Gerald.
Of the
Gerald,
packet.
Gerald,
Like
can you hear me?
roll your window down
Gerald,
and
just to let you know, the live streaming began. Oops, he's gone. Okay. And we are now, camera is on, the microphone is on, the live streaming is on. This is once the chair called to order the public hearing for the tax rate.
All right, I call this meeting to order at 5:15 on September 27th, 2023, and we will start with the public hearing. I'll open the public hearing at 5:15.
We have no public attendees. We have not received any public comments that I'm aware of about the tax rate hearing.
I guess we should
That-
explain why we're having.
Yes, this is the annual public hearing for regarding the tax rates for the University City Public Library Library District. The draft of the rates was published by the city on September 15th in the St. Louis County.
And the University City Council met last night to approve tax rates also.
They approved their tax rates. The library board would have has the responsibility for approving the tax rates for the library district.
Correct. So, hearing that we don't have any public comment, I guess we can. Does anyone have any questions on the resolution? Is resolution 2023-02 on the ordering the levy and fixing the rate of property taxes to be collected for the library district? Anyone have any questions after looking that over in your packet?
And as several people noticed, it did go up by 1/10 of 1 cent with the adjustments made due to an error in the earlier assessments sent out by the county assessor.
So I'll go ahead and read that section of the resolution. It says, for general revenue purposes, a tax of 0.3310 on residential property, a tax of $0.3450 on commercial property, and a tax of 0.4000 on personal property on each $100 of assessed valuation. May I have a motion to approve this?
That would be at the board meeting itself. We
Sorry.
adjourn the hearing. I'm sorry.
I'm ahead of myself.
Yeah.
Sorry. Never mind. So,
So at this point, you would probably want to adjourn the public hearing and just go into the regular meeting.
all
and
right,
then
so let's go ahead and close the public meeting at
public hearing. Sorry.
public hearing at 5:18. And we will open the regular scheduled board meeting. Kim, will you call the roll, please?
Mark Barnes.
Here.
Kim Dietzler here, Aaron Ginsberg,
Here.
Joan Greco Cohen,
Here.
Gerald Lander,
Here.
Helen Melling,
Yep.
so Kathleen Simpson,
Here.
and Cindy Zerwis.
Here. Right, thank you. Next, we need to approve the minutes from the special meeting that we had 2 weeks ago to pay bills. Does anyone have any questions or comments on those minutes? Hearing none, I'd like a motion to approve those minutes.
I would like to make a motion to approve the meeting minutes for September 13th, 2023.
And a second,
Second.
thank you. Kim, will you call the roll?
Mark Barnes,
Aye.
Kim Dietzler, Aaron Ginsberg,
Aye.
Joan Greco Cohen,
Aye.
Gerald Lander,
Aye.
Kathleen Simpson,
Aye.
Cindy Zerwis.
Aye, thank you. Moving on, Patrick, do we have any correspondence?
Yes, we received a very nice donation from Deborah Ann House and Marva Spite. Just received it today.
Thank you.
We received a note from the state librarian thanking us for the time and energy it took in preparing and participating in the visit with the LSTA project manager. last month, received that today. And commended our staff on the fine work they did on grants. And then received an email today from Jesse Gilbertson of UCD and Bloom, again regarding the sinkhole that is reappearing.
which we'll talk about when we get to buildings and grounds. That didn't make any sense to anybody who wasn't in that meeting earlier. Okay, moving on. Has anybody heard from Stacy Clay? Do we know if he's,
I have not heard from him. Frequently, Mr. Clay is unable to attend special meetings.
oh,
You usually in his schedule, be at the regular meetings, but not the special
I
meetings.
thought he would be at this one because of the tax rate, but
Yeah, no, I don't.
all right. Moving on, I have a little president's report. This is brief. I have a request, but first I'd like to do some background. You all may remember that Peggy Holly, who's a co-chair of the University City Comprehensive Plan team, came and talked to us in May. And the name of the comprehensive plan is We Make You City. Please note that this plan can be found on two websites, either ucitymo.org, which is the city's website, or wemakeyoucity.com, and We Make You City is all one word. So the plan has 100 ideas or suggested actions, and I have looked through all 158 pages of it. It's very organized and easy to navigate through. It has many fascinating maps and charts and diagrams. It's not all text. And it's very professionally done. And just in passing, I found a chart on poverty. And the group in University City with the highest poverty by far is our Asian neighbors. That was interesting to me. So the University City Public Library and the library board are mentioned in this comprehensive plan several times because the library is a civic facility and a community gathering place. And when you go to one of those websites, please note pages 94 and pages 132 and 133 of the comprehensive plan, because it specifically applies to the library board.
And if I can just interrupt, can Joan and Jerry and Kathleen, can you see that up on the screen now?
Yeah,
Okay,
The copy that I got from Peggy Holly, she had highlighted it in blue, which made it easier as I went through, because I didn't know what I was gonna be finding that pertained to the library board until I came to the blue highlights.
well, the minutes are up there right now.
Right.
oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
We're looking at the minutes.
That is
We
not-
can't change that, right? You have to change it.
No, I'll try again.
Okay.
So for those who haven't looked at the plan yet, it talks about how to be a better board, including training and communication with other boards and commissions in University City when we have an issue in common with them. It's all very common sense approaches. I don't have any problems with any of the suggestions that are in the plan. So my request is before our next meeting on October 11th, I'll ask all the board members to please review this comprehensive plan. You can skip through it at whatever pace you want to go at, but if you're a resident of University City, I guarantee you will find at least one or two ideas that appeal to you because it is very comprehensive. It has many good ideas. And our long-range planning committee and our personnel and policy committees in particular will find helpful suggestions on things to work on. Because the people, this team who created this comprehensive plan have put clearly hundreds and hundreds of hours into it. And there's down in the bottom part of the report, if you get that far, are implementation structures on action and how to achieve it and how long it'll take and who you talk to, and that's all laid out. It's not like you have to go out and reinvent the wheel. So it's homework for the next few months for us. This comprehensive plan will be presented to the planning commission tonight, and depending on how that all works out, eventually it will go before the city council. In the meantime, Peggy Holly would like the library board's support of the comprehensive plan. And I told her that I would notify the board at this meeting to let people know the plan's ready to be reviewed. And people have a couple of weeks to look at it, and then we can vote on October 11th, whether or not we want to support what they're doing. And then it'll go to city council for final approval. So that's my comment for president's report. Thank you.
For highlighting especially
Oh.
pages 94 and 132 to 133.
I have to tell you, there were times where I would like, okay, that's an interesting idea, but I'm not gonna read that little section, but it's so under section, on the item on page 94 is under section F. So you can, you can skip through. It's like if you're interested in walkability or you're interested in pick, there's just many ideas in there, and you don't have to read them all closely, but as I say, you can go through and find the things that you have an interest in as a resident of University City. So next, president's or librarian's report, pardon me.
One item of note that I neglected to put on the meeting earlier this month, there is concern about SB 190, which was signed and went into effect on August 28th. Regards property tax credit, and that could potentially affect the library negatively in the future. It allows the county to decide whether or not to freeze property tax payments once the owner of the property is over 65, I believe, to eligible for Social Security retirement benefits. So yeah, I guess that would be 62. Okay.
And we have a
Regardless-
sizable population in
regardless
the
of-
city of people in that age group.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll just wait and see what
Yeah.
happens and then act accordingly.
Other than that, yeah, since we'd covered so much 2 weeks ago, I just left it to the action items.
Okay,
And unless did you want to talk about any of the board?
I was gonna say,
Committee,
do you want to go over building and grounds and budget and finance? Just even though we're not official meetings.
building and grounds, we had just given an update on several of the issues we have. We're still waiting for some shelving, some of the new shelving for the children's department. Has not arrived yet. We were told it'd be here by September 8th, I believe, and it is now we're assured it'll be here by the end of October. The shelving for the adult area arrived at the end of August, but it was damaged, and we're hoping to get the new repaired, replaced pieces by the middle of next month. We're having a few issues with the HVAC system on the roof. They're due to come out and replace some of the fans. And then we're finishing up on the signage for the library. We had an add-on to our order, and since the demountable walls, the 3 meeting rooms and the quiet study room were just installed in the last month or so, the signs for those, we just were waiting until the rooms were up. The sinkhole, as I mentioned, there's a sinkhole on the northeast side of the building towards the end of the parking lot. It's been several years. We're going to have a plumber come out and look at it. It was not in the scope of work of the renovations because when Bond looked for it, they thought that it wasn't an issue that they could deal with, but we believe now it was a roof drain. We're hopeful that the elevator will still be on schedule, though they're waiting to hear about some of the parts for the elevator. We had a minor flooring issue that Ranieri came out and fixed. And I think that's about it on that. I don't want to go into in a public meeting the other issue, if that's okay.
Your choice. All right. building and finance, and we want to talk about the three items that we will be voting on in a minute.
Yeah, we basically talked about we'll talk about it in a minute, which is setting the tax rate. And I guess we'll go into that very in just a moment or two. And then the interest payments on the loan for the renovation. And I guess Patrick will bring that in. I think he's got a slide of how much that costs. $992,657.59 paid twice a year, which is due October 1st, I think. The principal is not due for a while, and that's paid once a year. And then the third item, and he'll show some slides on that, I think. And the third item was just at the last meeting, there was a slight error of I think about $3,000 on the bill from for the furniture for the library, and I think that's been completely has been run. Look, we found the chairs, and we found the fact that we didn't get one couch, et cetera, and that bill has been adjusted. And I think I don't know if he needs to talk about that or not, but that bill is, I think it's either been paid or it's in process of being paid now. The adjusted bill.
That's one that is awaiting the board's approval.
Yeah, okay. Well, those are the three items that we covered. And as I said, I think we'll see some more about the first item very shortly, which is the tax rate.
All right, thank you, Gerald. So moving on to our action items. The adoption of resolution 2023-2, which is the main reason we're having this meeting, because we're resetting our tax rates for the coming year.
And is that on your screen now, Joan, Gerald, and Kathleen?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is.
Does anyone have any questions on this?
Patrick, do we have to read that in?
Yes, I think that's the sort of safe path, so that we actually are saying it's a resolution.
Okay, would it be as part of a motion, or does the motion come after the reading of the resolution?
I think either's okay.
You want the whole thing read?
Yeah, do you want me to read it?
Sure.
Sure.
Resolution number 2023-02. A resolution ordering the levy and fixing of the rate of property taxes to be collected in the University City Public Library District for the year 2023 to provide for general revenue. Whereas revised statutes, the Missouri 67.110 requires political subdivisions such as the University City Public Library District to fix its ad valorem property tax rates not later than October 1st for entering in the tax books. And whereas the University City Public Library received the finalized assessed property valuations from St. Louis County on September 18th, 2023, and subsequently calculated the proposed tax rates. And whereas the University City Public Library District conducted a public hearing on the proposed tax rates on September 27, 2023, after due and proper notification in the St. Louis County Missouri Lawyers Media, a newspaper of general circulation. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Board of Trustees of the University City Public Library as follows. Section 1, there is hereby levied for the year 2023 upon all real and personal property subject to taxation in the University City Public Library District in University City, Missouri, the following taxes for the following purposes, to wit: A, for general revenue purposes, a tax of $0.3310 on residential property, a tax of $0.3450 on commercial property, and a tax of $0.4000 on personal property on each $100 of assessed valuation. Section 2, this resolution shall take effect and be enforced from and after its passage as provided by law, passed this 27th day of September, 2023.
All right. Thank you.
Patrick, but I have a question. So in section 1, the copy you have up says that there is hereby levied for the year 2022. Should that say 2023?
Should say 2023.
Yes.
Good.
Okay. I had the same question, Joan.
Yeah. Yeah,
I just didn't know if the copy that they were looking at was different than the copy that you had up on our monitor.
This is why it takes multiple eyes looking at things.
Mhm.
Thank you. Any other comments?
Presuming that the numbers in there are correct, and I remember the 0.3310, I don't remember the 0.3450. If somebody remembers that, then I think the commercial property and the tax of 0.40 on personal property, if those numbers are correct, then I think it's correct. Once you fix 2023.
yes,
All right. May I have a motion to approve this resolution?
I would move that approval with, change of the year to 2023.
Yes, thank you for that. And a second?
I would like to second that.
Thank you, Erin. Kim, will you call the roll, please?
Mark Barnes,
I,
Kim Dietzler, aye. Aaron Ginsberg,
Aye.
Joan Greco Cohen,
Aye.
Gerald Lander,
Aye.
Kathleen Simpson,
Aye.
Cindy Zerwis.
Aye. Thank you. All right, moving on to the debt service interest payment to BOK up. The amount of $92,657.59. This is our required interest payment. Any questions?
And that is a biannual payment on
Thank you.
on the interest, not the principal.
Correct. So we made another one of these interest payments in April, and that is also when we made a payment on our principal. So if you're remembering that, that's why. May I have a motion to approve the debt service interest payment, please?
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the payment to BOK Financial. Should I say the amount?
Yes.
For the
Please.
amount of $92,657.59.
And a second, please.
second,
Thank you. Kim, will you call the roll?
Mark Barnes,
I,
Kim Dietzler, aye. Aaron Ginsberg,
Aye.
Joan Greco Cohen,
Aye.
Gerald Lander,
Aye.
Kathleen Simpson,
Aye.
Cindy Zerwis.
Hi, thank you. Our third action item is a payment of a revised invoice from NBI, the people who provided furniture for us. There was some confusion about the number of pieces, but all have been accounted for. And this particular invoice is for $95,689.80. Does anyone have any questions on that?
And that replaces the one we saw last month or last meeting, I should say, of 98,000, et cetera, et cetera.
Correct. This is the updated
Yep.
version, and
With a caveat.
that it will be $647.06 more than
I'm sorry, why is that?
for the two chairs, we had reported that they took
Oh, I
off the bill and then we subsequently found.
Thank you for that clarification. I thought the 95,000 already included.
No, we found the chairs.
The two missing
today.
chairs that weren't
Yeah.
really missing. They were just missing. All is well. It's all accounted for, but. So the revised number is really what?
No, you,
I think it's $96,336.86.
Did anybody else do the math?
96,336,83,
All right,
So
so,
86.
86. Okay.
so whoever makes the motion, it's $96,336.86.
Perhaps write it down. I would like to make a motion that we pay the $96,336.86 to MBI for the furniture.
And a second, please.
Second.
Thank you. And Kim, will you call the roll?
Mark Barnes,
Aye.
Kim Dietzler, aye. Aaron Ginsberg,
Aye.
Joan Greco Cohen,
Aye.
Gerald Lander,
Aye.
Kathleen Simpson,
I,
Cindy Zerwis.
Aye, thank you. All right, moving on, old business. One idea that you had mentioned, Patrick, at our last meeting that there's an event on, I
Oh,
believe,
yes.
October 2nd about book banning.
Mhm.
And people are being asked to come in and read banned books and
Yes, this
participate
is a
in
sort of a quiet read-in, yeah.
a quiet read-in. That's a good way to put it. Did you want board members to come in?
We would love board members to come in
And
and
if you
join us.
have that anytime during the day, can you be a little more specific?
I
about-
will see what we've got here on the website.
I think we invited people for all day.
Yeah,
but
I think it's all day, yeah.
Didn't know if we had like a window that was.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Sorry, well,
Let me
we'll
turn
be
my
doing
volume
it all day. Whenever's
Okay.
convenient for people.
And where do you want people to, are you gonna have any signage? I mean, how do people know? where to
It's
come in?
just, we'll,
library.
you know, we're going from 9 to 9 anywhere in the library.
9 to 9.
We'll have little buttons,
Okay,
that you can get that show that you're reading banned books or that you're just reading and you support, not banning the books.
So I would encourage all board members to participate in that if you are available, because it's important for us to make a statement about freedom of reading.
yeah.
On
Uh,
October 2nd.
October 2nd, anytime between 9 AM and 9 PM.
Do you have any other business that you want to address?
I was wondering if any of the board members had received their login from United for Libraries for the trustee training.
I have not.
I have not.
No,
Okay, I was told that,
Did anybody on Zoom
No.
receive their login?
okay. I'll resend or re-ask for that.
That's good. It's because we'll need that for the October meeting.
Yeah, I mean, we can watch the first like short film in the meeting itself, if that's okay.
That's wonderful.
Yep.
I think that would be the most respectful of people's time.
Mhm.
Any other old business that anybody has? Any new business? Do we have any public comment? from
Not that I'm
anybody?
aware of.
Well, our next meeting will be on October the 11th, and we'll go back to our regular schedule of the second Wednesday of the month. As background, we just had this later meeting in September because of the timing of the information from St. Louis County on setting the tax rate. So with that, I adjourn this meeting at 5:43. Thank you very much.